But so, Maddie, you don't have to pull it up, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to transition now to the reaction, right? And so what they do is they force you to pick a side, right? So right now we have some people that are protesting the Trump policies or whatever it is that they feel like they're protesting. And then the other side's going to be feeling like they're forced to pick a side, right? This is a problem. And so then what happens is then the reaction, the thing we need to take in account, like we were saying in our Miss Dis and Mal episode, is what are you going to do? What's your action? And so I was watching a video in Man in America, and Manny, you can maybe pull that one up, with I think he's called David Bros or Derek Bros. Derek Bros, yeah. David Bros. Derek Bros. And he brought up a good point, which I think many people need to be keeping their heads wrapped around, is the idea of the technocracy state and Palantir and what's going to be implemented, right? Because when you have chaos, problem, reaction, the reaction is you choose your side, and then the solution is, okay, like the state's going to come in and they're going to try and fix it for you, right? And so what he was posing in that video was the idea of basically Palantir kind of acting as a sort of like voted in, it's almost like you vote in your own paramilitary or parallel state, right? And so this is not the first time that this has happened. Like, so I think it was, just to give also some people some context on Palantir, you can refer to that video, but also it's like, Palantir says it was funded in 2003 by a gang of 5, including Alex Karp and his old Stanford Law School classmate Peter Thiel, now the company's chairman. It was backed in part by nearly $2 million from In-Q-Tel, the CIA's venture capital arm. And then Mr. Karp is quoted as saying, "Saving lives and on occasion taking lives is super interesting." And you're like, what the heck? What the heck? Like, he described what his company does as the finding of hidden things, sifting through mountains of data to perceive patterns, including patterns of suspicious or aberrant behavior. And right now what I'm quoting is just a New York Times article. I think I might have sent it to you, Maddie, and if I didn't, I apologize, but it's a New York Times article that a woman did an interview, or at least a woman wrote the article, and it was an interview with Alex Karp. And then it says, let me see. So the reason I bring that up is, again, even like the idea of like, oh, well, taking lives is super interesting. It's interesting because he also says, he added, if you believe we should appease Iran, Russia, and China by saying we're going to be nicer and nicer and nicer, of course you'll look at Palantir negatively. Some of these places want you to do the apology show for what you believe in, and we don't apologize for what we believe in. I'm not going to apologize for defending the U.S. government on the border, defending the special ops, bringing the people home. I'm not apologizing for giving our product to Ukraine or Israel or lots of other places, right? And so this is interesting. It's like literally Palantir that's, if you guys don't know much about it, you probably should look into it, but it's highly involved in intelligence operations and military operations. And it's, as he was just quoted, it's been given to Ukraine, it's been given to Israel. And so I feel like if we don't know already, we already know that the U.S. has a hand in that, and in those, what we kind of call proxy wars.